Hello and welcome here to race 3 of the Rei Sportscar Championship here at Fuji Short. This is once again a reverse grid of the previous race results, meaning that on pole position we've got the Mexican driver Pixteca in his wonderful Nissan GTR, closely followed by Mako in second place after a poor result last time out. We've got Cybershrike in third position, followed by Sammy in fourth. Fifth place is Tyler, sixth is Luke Mitchell, 7th is Charlie Fraser, 8th is Scanny Flick, 9th is Alex Sinclair. In 10th position we've got Scuderia, then we've got Opvacost in 11th, Happy Hip in 12th, who had a good result last time out, as did Ulanger, who is starting in 13th. And then our final two competitors are Brothers V in 14th, and our winner from race 2, Sig Rezo Nico. Now there's been a very slight change to the rules, so after the issues with the race finishes of the previous two races, this has been changed from a 20-minute race to a definite 14-lap race, which is approximately 20 minutes. This means that every single driver will do 14 laps unless they are a lap down during that time. So we will get going here at Fuji Short. So we don't have the awkward kind of double hairpin at the start of Sector 3. Instead we've got a fast right turn. And we are away here at Fuji Short. So Pixteca leads from Mako. He'll be looking to make early ground and maybe capitalise on his earlier misfortune with a good race here. And that's Sammy with a really aggressive move into turn 1. He's up in the third place. Cyber's lost out as Tyler, Luke, both of those have got past, and we've got Charlie there on the inside of Cyber as well. It's a good move by Charlie there in 6th position. Meanwhile, we've got Tyler and Sammy really closely fighting, and Luke Mitchell in his debut event is really showing some ambitious and I was going to say some good defensive driving, but he's actually run off the track slightly under pressure, and there's been a big incident. We will have to catch that on a replay. I think it's involved Alex and a few others. Okay, so we'll run with Alex Sinclair, as it seems as if he's been the most caught up in this. So you've got Alex on the outside, Alex on the inside, contact with Cybershrike it seems at turn 6, and then we've got Scooter, and they're 4 wide on the exit. That is disastrous there for Scuderia and Alex. They pull back down after contact with Scanny and Cyber. We've got Brothers in 12th, Sig Rezonico in 13th. It seems Sig's actually fighting Brothers, and Sig there has gone around the outside there of Brothers V and around to the outside of Scanny Flick. A double move there. Happy Hippie is down in 14th. Meanwhile, we actually have a retirement early on. We've got Ulanger, who has actually retired from the race, coming into the pull to return. There's contact with Opvacost, and we've got chain reaction. Mako spun. And that's Brothers V who's been spun there in that mess as well. So contact between Op and Cyber, and it just caused a chain reaction, which really did cost out Mako and Brothers, it seems. So that's them down the order. If we go back to there's Brothers, and there's Mako. Mako not too far off the back of the pack. Meanwhile, we've got two big rivals here, closely following Scud. So this is going to be very interesting here with the 3 of them. Now, Sig has a slight power disadvantage to them, but is on the inside of Alex. Can he make the move? He has to back out of it slightly. Meanwhile, I think Scuderia got a bit too wide. Contact on the exit between the two, and Alex there with a good move into 8th position. So showing good potential here. Scuderia with a very defensive move there on the outside, as just right into the braking zone. Meanwhile, further up, and we've got Tyler hounding Pixteca. Be pretty good for Tyler if he can start leading this race, and I think he has done, because Pixteca's just gone slightly too wide there at turn 6. It's an easy mistake to make, and that is Tyler into the lead here on lap 2. We've got Charlie in 3rd, Sammy in 4th, and Luke Mitchell rounding out the top 5. We go further back, and we've got Scuderia slightly off the track. We've got Alex and Sig fighting, and that's Sig forced off the track, it seems. Got a real mess here at times, and Sig getting very slightly loose there. Ooh, that Honda looks a proper handful in his hands, but he's certainly quick in it, so who am I to judge? So as we go on to the long straight, now this is one of the longest straights here in the Rei Sportscar Championship season. We do take part at the Fuji Speedway again for the final round, but that will be using the chicane. So Sig going to make a move. He goes inside, and Alex there with a turn to move. Sig then goes back to the outside. Alex is on the inside. Can Sig outbrake Alex? Doesn't seem so, and the Irishman holds on. Further back, we got Ali Happy. Oh, I was going to say Happy making a good move, but I think he just brakes slightly too late. Runs off the track. And I think we really should look back at this battle here for 9th place. Alex Sig on the inside, Alex on the outside, and Alex actually is off the track and rejoins here coming into turn 4. Makes contact with the Honda driver, and that is Sig, our championship leader, forced off the track. Now, where is he going? He hasn't rejoined on track yet. He's rejoined behind Happy Hippie. Is he ahead of Mako? There he is. So Sig losing out there. So there's contact at almost every turn, and that's Mako off the track. So things have not gone well. Let's catch a replay of this. So Mako's already fell down the order after starting in 2nd place. And now here, just trying to gain the ground and maybe even a position on Sig, and just pushed a little bit too hard, and that is him probably out of contention for this race. So an overall round to forget for Mako. Further back, and Charlie's actually made a move on picks. Let's see if we can catch that. So yeah, coming into turn 1 on the previous lap, and yeah, very solid move there from Charlie. And we had some good racing as well between Sammy and Luke. Luke almost kept ahead, but Sammy was able to get a better exit. Okay, we'll skip to sort of more recent footage. So it is lap 3. We've got Tyler leading, followed by Charlie, Pix, Luke Mitchell, Op the Cost, who has actually got ahead now of Sammy, so Sammy's made another mistake. Cyber, Scuderia, Scanny, who is... we got Scanny, then Alex, who's fighting sort of, I was going to say tooth and nail, but just as I say that, Happy actually runs off the track, and that gives Sig the position. I think Sig's on the outside of Hippie, gets the move done. So after the contact with Alex, he's now made that ground back up again, and now he's going to be fighting Alex once again. Bradders is now hounding Happy Hippie. I really should find another word for hounding. And that looks like the move is done there for Bradders as we get into turn 1. And I think he just set the fastest lap of a 28.4. But we're going to go up front because we've got Mitchell and Pix fighting here into turn 3. I believe this is the Coca-Cola corner. And Mitchell swoops around the outside. I think the move was kind of already done there through turn 1 and turn 2. So Maka's making a very early pit stop. I don't know. I'm assuming he started on mediums because that is probably the good strategy if you're starting at the front, so you can try and make ground. So you can try and make a good lead up front. But it just has not gone to plan, and he's about half of that behind now. So our closest battle on track here is between Op the Cost and Pixtecker. This is for 4th position, and I think if Op has a good result here, he actually wins the round overall. He's had 3 good results, and the points system is based off your kind of best overall average from a round. So it isn't just based on each race result necessarily, it's based off a collection of an average. So if you finish 1st, 2nd and 3rd, your average there is 2nd place. But if that's the best average result, then you get the points for the best average result relative to 1st place. So Sig has actually got up to 8th position now, ahead of Scanny, and we've actually got some very close action here between Alex and Bradders here for 10th. Both these very quick drivers. Alex will be looking to defend from Brothers as much as possible, because if we can defend from him now, that increases the chances of Alex maybe holding on to the position later on in the race, but Brothers makes a crucial mistake. And actually, if anything, that's going to allow Happy Hippie past. That's really not what he'd wanted. There's contact between the two. Brothers got a little bit loose on the grass there. I'm assuming his tyres were dirty from running off the track at the right turn. But he seems to be defending well. But that's Happy Hippie on the inside with an audacious move. Honestly, that is a fantastic move there. And that's Happy Hippie into 11th place. Meanwhile, one of our sort of lead runners from the race so far, Charlie Fraser, is pitted. And I believe another driver has. I did not catch who it was, sadly. But as we look here going into turn 1, we've got Happy Hippie defending from Brothers. Charlie rejoined in 12th position. Meanwhile, I think Sammy possibly made another mistake, because he's actually fallen out of the top 10. This is really close racing here between Happy and Brothers, but Brothers seems to be holding on, and that's Happy slightly off the track, but nothing too probably, hasn't spun or anything like that. As Sammy actually now comes on the inside of Happy Hippie. Is that a good move by Sammy? It's a very good move by Sammy. So we've got so many amazing overtakes throughout the field by drivers who previously would have struggled to show good pace, are really making some superb overtakes and really showing how crucial they are to this league. Sammy there slightly off the track, and that's Happy to be back into 10th. But if you go near the front, so Tyler has a fantastic lead, but although, as I say, that he loses some of that lead by going off the track. His fastest lap is a 28.6, which is very good, and I believe means he's on mediums, but we'll find out as he comes into the pits. Second place, we've got Luke Mitchell, fastest lap of 29.3, and yet Tyler is on mediums, he'll be on the hard tyres for the remaining 8 laps. We've got Opticost in third, although that's now moved into second due to the pit stop of Tyler. Cyber is then the new third place driver, closely followed by, we've got Sig, Scuderia, who's actually defending from Scanning. Let's go on to the inside. Oh, that was probably a bit too aggressive of a defensive move. Scanny didn't really have much option of where to go. Scuderia didn't really seem to actually know where the other driver was. Let's go further back, and we've got Alex in 7th. So now that a couple of drivers have made pit stops, he's making some progress. Plus, he hasn't really made any mistakes that I know about in this race. Had a very good and calm race, and this could lead to a good finish later on. So, out of the drivers that are pitted, we've got Tyler and Charlie, for example. So Tyler's rejoined in 9th position, just behind Brothers, who's yet to pit. Charlie about 6 seconds back. Big Tech has also pitted, and he's fighting with Happy Hippie. And then the other drivers who have pitted are Sammy, who is just off, and then Mako, who's, well, he's really not going to be too happy with his own performance. And we've actually had an overtake for the lead. Sorry for missing this, but we'll catch on the replay. So it's in Sector 3, so Luke Mitchell, who's leading here in his debut event at the Rei Sportscar Series, just loses control on the exit of that turn. Probably has quite worn tyres by now. And Opticost, who possibly has better tyre wear, possibly just a little bit more careful on the throttle. Either way, that is up into the lead of this race. Cyber and Sig are now fighting for 3rd place. So Cyber starting in the front, and Sig started right at the back after his winning race 2. And Sig trying to now get the slipstream and overtake into turn 1, I assume, unless either of these pit. Both the leaders pit. So will they come out ahead of Tyler or behind? I'd assume behind. Meanwhile, Brothers actually also pits, as does Scuderia. So this is actually now for the lead. So Cyber leading, but Sig go on the inside. Can Cyber hard around the outside? This would be great if he can. Ooh, well, he didn't run off the track, but it's a good move there by Sig, and good racing between both of them. Scanny is in 3rd, and Alex is 4th, and I swear that both of these have actually been quite close to each other for a lot of these races so far in the Rei Sportscar series. I do want to very quickly look at the sort of battle further back to see where some of these drivers have come out. So in 5th position behind these is Tyler, who is having an absolutely barnstorming race. He could even win this. And then in 6th we've got Op, who's about 5 seconds back from Tyler, and then he's actually rejoined ahead of Charlie and Luke Mitchell. Luke Mitchell did get overtaken by Ott just before the pit stop, so that explains that. Brothers V is about another 5 seconds behind that little group, but he has actually got ahead of Scuderia driver here. I believe he came into the pits just behind the Dutch driver. So as we go back up front, we've still got this battle here between Alex and Scanny for third, and Tyler here on fresh tyres is hunting them both down. It's been a superb performance by the American. There's a lot of Americans in this league, and well, he's seemingly one of the fastest, at least here at Fuji. So Sig leads, but is yet to make a pit stop. Tyler is close behind and is the first of the drivers to have made their mandatory pit stop. We've got a battle here for what is probably sort of third place once Sig has made a pit stop. That's Luke Mitchell there overtaking Charlie Fraser. Ooh, we've got side-by-side action here between Cyber and I believe that's Happy Hippie. So Cyber's just come out of the pits and he's actually rejoined ahead of Happy Hippie. That's really, really good stuff from Cyber, and he holds that position. This has been a really good performance. So we've got Scanny, who's still just ahead of Alex by about half a second, or maybe up to a second now. Definitely one of the most consistent drivers in the league so far, I'd say that Scanny Flick is. So as we go towards the front, we've got Sig Nico, the Italian driver, who's actually staying out. Does he know he is coming into the pits? So that'll put Tyler into the lead of this race. So Sig went, he did 9 laps on mediums. Wow, that is a superb stint. Tyre wear definitely does seem to be one of his best factors. And is that Cyber into the... Has Cyber made a mistake, possibly? No, he didn't make a mistake, he was just defending quite heavily. So, where does Sig come out? He comes out in 7th position, so that's definitely not what he would have wanted, but with these reverse grids it can be very hard to make ground, especially in a 14-lap race here at Fuji. But now he's on fresh hards, and a lot of these drivers have got very warm compounds now, so it's still all to play for up here at the front. Speaking of the front, probably the best driver so far this race, Tyler, has got a good lead here of about 5 seconds if we go back to Robert, who's up the cost. Yeah, so that HKS livery is working wonders for Op, but will he be able to catch Tyler in time? Luke Mitchell having a good race in 3rd position. Charlie is in 4th position in the Supercar World livery. 5th place is Brothers V. He was involved in lap 1 incident, but has made good and steady progress since then. Scuderia having another consistent race in 6th position. He's held his ground very well. Sig in 7th, Cyber in 8th, with Scanny and Alex rounding up the top 10, but maybe not for longer, because Happy Hippie really does seem to want to overtake Alex here. We've seen a lot of good racing here from Happy, and this could be another chance for that to happen. He can't make the move stick as Alex defends well on the inside. Meanwhile, further back we've got Sammy sort of on his own with picks about 3 seconds back, and then at the back on the other end of the straight is Mako, who he'll probably want to drink a lot of alcohol soon if he does. So as we look at the gap between Tyler and Robert, I'd say it has closed a little bit. So on the last lap was a 27.4 and the lap before that was a 27.3, which is actually the fastest lap of the race. If we go to Tyler's laps, he did a 29.0 and a 28.8. So that's about 3.5 seconds gained in the last 2 laps. Meanwhile, Luke's actually had some really, really good pace there. 27.7 is his fastest lap, I'd assume on medium tyres. Wait, did he start on mediums? To be honest, I can't remember right now. Either way, it's a very good lap time. We've got Charlie here fighting with Brother. So Charlie, he had a podium earlier on at this round in Fuji Short. Might not get a podium this time, but he can still get a top 5 result, as it seems as if he does actually drop down into 5th place as Brothers moves into 4th. All slight contact between the two on the straight. A little bit more space given after that. So Sig's actually closing Scuderia a bit, but might have left it a bit too late to go onto those fresh hards. The mediums did give Sig doing the late pit stop with his very long medium state did give him a lot of fresh air. Meanwhile, I believe Mako was spun at the back again, at least according to the track map. But yeah, so it gave him fresh air, but it meant he was on really warm mediums, which isn't ideal. So the gap here for the lead with 2 laps to go is about 1.5 seconds. This is tense stuff here at Fuji Short. So slight mistake from Tyler there, getting a bit loose through sector 3, and this could be the perfect opportunity for the Norwegian driver to make a move, but he's made a mistake and that might be the end of it. But it's still a long straight and slipstreaming is still possible as we go on to the 13th lap. And actually, we've got the 2 Lexuses here, and I think that Op the Cost might be able to do it. Tyler goes to the inside as they go towards turn 1. Op the Cost brakes later and gets the move done. So Tyler, who's held the lead for so much of this race after some good early moves, falls back into 2nd, but it's still a superb performance. Meanwhile, we've actually got some battling here between Scuderia and Sig. Let's actually watch this from... Oh, that's a very, very, very late move from Scuderia. Sig had already gone to the inside, and Scuderia seemed to hit the front of Sig's car. Oh, we got so much more moving from both of them. Sig now goes to the inside on the exit of the corner, and I think that might be the move done for Sig. Scuderia is really trying to cut back in, meaning that Sig now has to defend. But not for too much longer. Scuderia goes to the inside. That's a very late move, and he forces Sig off the track there. And there's contact between the two as Sig rejoins into Scuderia. This is very argy-bargy stuff between the two. Oh, that is... To be honest, I thought that was actually a pretty good move from Scuderia. Oh, and Scuderia's got that move back. So Scuderia going with an amazing dummy, and Sig was definitely caught out and had to make a very late move under braking. And I think you got some flashing lights there from Sig, so definitely not pleasant words being said. Ooh, and I think that's finally the move done there for Sig. Scuderia might not have a chance back into that top 5. Oh, and that's 4th place, that's Brothers V. He's spun there. Well, Ali, I think this is where he made the same mistake in the previous race, which cost him a potential win. So just going into the final corner, and he's got a little bit loose there on the marbles and the curb. Lost a few seconds, but I don't think it's enough time for Sig to catch up. So here we're on board with Sig, who has much fresher tyres than Brothers V. About a 1.5 second gap, but that is probably too big of a gap if you ask me. So as we go towards the front, we've got Op the Cost leading, with also the fastest lap. So that's something that he can boast about. Tyler in 2nd, Luke Mitchell there, fantastic performance in 3rd place. Braggers in 4th. You can hear the tyre squealing, or I hope you can. Sig in 5th, Scuderia in 6th. Scanny has got up to 7th position, so Charlie's fallen down the order. He was running in the top 5. And where is Alex Sinclair? Where is he? He's had a pretty poor race. I mean, Alex generally thinks he's quite good at Fuji, and I don't really know what happened. I don't know if it's his own incidents or what, but this is definitely not the performance he would have wanted. So we've got here Cyber on the outside of Charlie. It's been a fantastic race here from Cyber. But we're going to go to the front because they're actually just coming through to the end of the race. So you've got Op the Cost, Tyler and Luke. They're all available in that shot. further back, it does seem as if the position for fourth is clearly sewn up. So Ovakos here comes to win here at race 3 and will likely take the overall round victory here at Fuji Short after missing the first round. Superb performance by Op. We then have Tyler in second place. Third is Luke Mitchell, but they're further back, and we've got them slipstreaming. So Sig on his fresh tyres, he managed to catch him up. Brothers is defending extremely heavily to the inside, almost looked he was coming to the pits, but Sig cannot make that move. Screwdriver is in 6th, Danny is in 7th, Charlie in 8th. Happy Hippies moves up to 9th, so has not gone well for Cyber, who drops down to 11th near the end. Alex 11th, Sammy in 12th, 13th is Pixeka, and then a little bit further back is Mako in 14th position. So Sammy crossed the line in 12th position in his Wolf Cola livery. Pixtecker comes home in 13th. So yeah, it's been some amazing racing. Some argy-bargy, maybe not so amazing, but some really good overtakes at times, some tough defence, and overall a lot of surprise results, including some great podiums from the likes of Tyler, Luke Mitchell and Charlie. And as Mako crosses the line, we will see you. Round 3 is at Catalonia. Hope you've enjoyed this video.